everyone. I am Aryan Juniskrel and I am going to report about the seasonal calendar. So, let's talk about seasonal calendar and what is a seasonal calendar and example journal about seasonal calendar. So, seasonal calendar help the participants explore and understand how the seasonal changes in agriculture and livelihood tasks, cash flow, labor requirements, as well as the health of the environment, the effect of the farmers' access to food, health, and care. Also, seasonal calendar are useful for evaluation as they can help analyze the time-related cyclical changes in data. A calendar allows people to visualize patterns and variation over a particular period of time, such as across weeks, seasons, one or several years. Also, seasonal calendar are often used as a participatory tool to find out community perception on time-related variation in indicators such as weather patterns, time spent on labor and other activities. Also, in the level of food security, nutrition, and illness. In nutrition and illness, it includes the people, crops, and livestock. So, this is the important steps in using a seasonal calendar. First is cross-check result of a group's calendar with information in the other group calendar. So, it means you must compare from the past result of the season calendar into the to the latest seasonal calendar, so that you'll come up an idea or the conclusion. So next is use the calendar as a recording format to gather information on indicators as regular intervals in the project cycles. So if you want to gather information, if you want to come up in a good idea, so you must use a seasonal calendar. Next is you need to convert the idea into graphs for a formal reports and use a standard template. Include symbol and graphs for recording or gathering information. So this makes it easier to understand the condition quickly and to harmonize such information. So you need to gather information from this season to this season, and then or so that you will come up an idea, and you will so in order for you to visualize or graph the information. The first advantage is it was a simple way to get farmers' perception on the labor hours spent on the activities, and also by finding out the labor peaks coincided, the project could find other ways to combine the two types of crops, which is in journal the jatropha and the other crops. So one of the disadvantage is farmer works on many activities at once, and it was difficult to keep an accurate record of the time spent, and it did not provide a clear measure of the relative difference in labor hours for each crop. So it means nga maglisod gud ang farmers kay murag dili niya kaya ito ma-accommodate in a time ang kung pila lugar yung oras na spent ani, or kanaang sa in terms of sa crops or sa weeks kung inani ang ginabuhat, kung sa iyang ginabuhat, kumbaga very difficult to identify. The next disadvantage is to get more accuracy. The project took a direct measurement of activities such as harvesting and shilling, so it need a more time to get the information or the accurate information. So another disadvantage of seasonal calendar or farmers have their own agenda, which may lead to biased information. For example, some farmers knew about mechanical shillers, and therefore they might have exaggerated the time or ilahang patasan ang oras or level sa time sa shillers. So to increase the chance of shillers being donated. So para daghan ang shillers nga i-donate sa ilahang gusto nga basahan sa ilang information or sa ilang project. So that lead to biased movement in a particular proposal or project. So the last advantage is this measurement provided more quantitative data on relative labor hours and profitability. So it needs more time and profits in order to accomplish this idea or this seasonal calendar. So this is the objectives from the journal that I have chosen. It helped to stimulate discussion on patterns of variation over time. And also, it provides baseline information that is very useful for planning. Next objective of the study from the journal, it helps to identify the problems that need to be addressed in a particular moment and also to indicate evidence of the project impact. This is one of the methodology of the a research journal. So in order to identify those characteristics that can increase the viability of the Trofra project, or the researcher conduct the empirical research. So in early 2013, they consulted widely with researchers and practitioners throughout the Southern Africa to identify the Jatofra that was still operational and also show signs of long-term viability and very representative and large-scale management models. And also, the general feedback indicated a wide-scale collapse or near collapse of the Jatofra project throughout the region, including the most of the project in Mozambique and Zambia. The Mozambique and Zambia, the two countries in the region that possibly experienced the greatest Jatofra expansion. So, in the continuation of methodology from the journal article, the two projects that meet the selection were Beryl in Malawi and Nigel in Mozambique. Beryl is a smallholder-based Jatofra. It is a project with farmers predominantly growing Jatofra as a head grow that surrounds their crop fields. Also, Nigel has adopted a commercial plantation model due to the low population density and relative abundance of land in the area. based on a seasonal calendar from a journal. So, the observation, the project assumed that labor peaks from jatafra or olive oil would not coincide with those of the current crops.